Good morning, good morning. I just woke up. Today is May 17th. Billie Eilish has a new album out. The girls are really serving us. This album is called Hit Me Hard and Soft. The album cover, everything, the roll. I like the blue. I'm really digging the blue with Billie. What's her hair gonna be like this era? I haven't really been paying attention to that. There's 10 tracks on this album. It has a runtime of 44 minutes. And today I'm going to be listening to it for the very first time. She did no singles, so I have no idea what I'm stepping into right now, but I'm pretty excited. My name is Andrea and I do a lot of reaction videos on this channel. I love pop culture, new music, I'm just obsessed. So if you also enjoy that stuff, be sure to subscribe down below. What was it? 2 weeks ago, I reacted to Dua Lipa's new album, and I said in my Dua Lipa reaction that the two artists I am not 100% like fangirl, need to know everything about is Dua and Billie. And I feel like sometimes that makes it harder for me to connect with their music, but I'm so excited to hear this new era of Billie. I feel like she's just always doing her thing, and I just really admire that. So I'm excited to see what she's done here. I just feel like she has a vision and really executes it well, and I like that. Some things to note: Metacritic, which I guess is like this big publication that ranks albums, gave this a score of 95, which is the best score an album has received this year. It outranked Tortured Poets Department, which was I think 93. Also, Billie is only 22 years old. Like, what a career she's had, and she's so young. And also just like the success of the Barbie movie, like she hasn't really like been out of like sight, out of mind. Like she's definitely still been in the media and stuff all these years between this album and her last one. I guess there was a listening party Wednesday night in New York City, and it looked sick. A little preview for a tour maybe? Let's get into it. This is track 1, Skinny. With a friend, it's a good sign. 21 took a lifetime. Whoa. Why do I have goosebumps? Ah! Oh my god, this is so sad. Oh no, Billie! Yo, these lyrics. Moved. Vocals? I just can't get over how pretty it is. Like her vocal. What's happening? Why? Like, this is giving Chromatica. Like, everyone just leave Billie alone, okay? Take a step back. This outro is really... Wow. Does this go into... What's happening? They transitioned into each other. Stop it right now. Stop it right now, Phineas. Skinny, the song, is definitely, she talks a bit about like her fame in it and like what that does to her. Must be really challenging. But from what I got of it, there are a lot of relatable things that I think the everyday person can relate to in that song, such as body image, obviously, people talking about it. If you gain weight, lose weight. Her singing about that I think is very relatable. Also like crying and like the idea of aging and getting older. And I know we were just saying like she's only 22, like, but you know what it made me think of when she was singing about that is Olivia Rodrigo sings about that quite a bit too. Collab when, okay? They are around the same age, and I think they deal with fame very similarly. Wow, Skinny was so sad. For me, like the first song of an album, they're kind of like setting you up for what's in store, and I'm like curious how that will relate. But I really like what I've heard so far. So let me go back into Skinny here and play the end that goes into Lunch. Now Lunch, there's been a lot of talk about this one. A lot of talk. It's picking up the beat. Pick it up, pick it up. I could eat that girl for lunch, and she dances on my tongue. Tastes like she might be the one. As she should. This has to be a single. This has to be a single. craving, not a crush. You need a seat? I'll volunteer. Okay, so that didn't go into the next song. Oh my god, so much to debrief with lunch. Take a sip of water. So it was kind of a like leap from a really sad song to a really happy song, and I like that there's like an interlude. There's a gradual shift into it. I thought that was really clever. It was very bass and guitar heavy. I feel like they're using basic pop elements. I feel like with pop music lately, we haven't really been seeing people use just like typical, I feel like everything's so electronic and like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It just feels very authentic. Like, I'm like, that's a bass, that's guitar, I hear the keys, I hear the drums. It was a very sexy song. Sexy, sexy, sexy. I loved it. Another thing I noted was sometimes with pop, it's really hard to understand what the artist is saying. Like, you gotta articulate. I'm not having that problem at all. She is articulating so well. I am hearing it very clearly. I am understanding the lyrics. So far, I'm obsessed. I really am liking this. Next up, we have track 3, Chihiro. Is that a name? I think it's a name. We're gonna find out. I wasn't expecting it to be so pop. Open the door, like on the album cover. Oh, her vocals were already amazing. Wow. Is she like talking in the background? I don't know what this song's about. I've not been paying attention. I'm like listening to the production. Ah! Hit me hard and soft. Oh, this sounds sick. I'm so impressed. Something about this is giving sexy back. Sing it, girl. Were you? Sorry, the meaning got so lost on me with this song. There's a lot to dissect here. That sounds so cool. No one does it like Billie and Phineas. No one does it like them. I'm so impressed. I am captivated. I am on the edge of my seat. I want to hear every note. I want to hear everything they're doing. Oh my god, we really have something special here. I know Billie's always been singing in her falsetto. She can really do it up. I really think What Was I Made For? The success of that maybe has prompted her to play more with the falsetto of her voice. She in that song was, she went into that sound booth and she said, I'm gonna give you vocals, and she delivered. Those high soprano notes were so pretty. It's just this thing where like it's very airy and light, but it's very supported and easy to understand, which is very hard for singers. I truly feel like her voice the past couple of years has really matured, which is, you know, very typical. On this album, she's really been practicing and has learned how to put it on display, and I am so here for that. I don't know, I just feel like maybe like the success of what Was I Made For has like made her want to like, I don't know, explore that more. I feel like she's always had good vocals, but this is like something else, you know what I'm saying? Next up, we have Birds of a Feather. This morning when I woke up, I saw Troye Sivan posted this on his story, so I know it's gonna be a good one. I'm obsessed. I'm like literally obsessed. I can't get over how much I like this. I'm like really in awe. I'm literally speechless. I can't say a word. Her voice sounds so different and like good, but in a different way. You're so full of shit. You're so full of shit. I love song. This is so good. It's just so good. I'm obsessed. I didn't write a single thing down. I was so captivated. What was that? That was such a ball. She really was like singing. Her voice sounded so different to me. Did it feel that way for you? It felt really pop. I feel like Billie isn't the most, when you think of Billie, it's not the stereotypical pop that you'd think, you know? That sounded just so light and fun and summery to me, and oh my god, that has to be my favorite one I've heard so far. Typically, you know, I film these reaction videos and I edit them, and I can always tell when I don't like something based on how much I talk throughout the song, because if I don't talk a lot, I'm not captivated. This song, I feel like I barely talked. I literally was so into it. The complete opposite of how it typically is. So that was refreshing. Wow, I'm really enjoying this album so far. Next up, we have track 5, Wildflower. I'm sorry, when I read that, all I can think is Wildflower by that, is that Five Sauce? Who sings that? Now that's a song. But let's see what Billie did, Wildflower. Like, you can really hear the instruments in this album. Like, this is a guitar, you know. I like that. The roots, you know? You need the roots.
But I see her.
Wow. Woo! I'm really following the lyrics right now. Oh no! They're really going hard with these outros. I don't think she said Wildflower once. Oh my god, no. She's literally obsessed with this person and they're obsessed with their ex. No, 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 no! She kept it to herself. Oh my, I just like literally watched a movie. I just like saw the whole picture. It really, something's in my eye. Something's in my eye, I'm not crying. That's just how good the song was. No, really, something's in my eye. Okay, I fixed my eye. Wildflower was amazing. She is such a good lyricist. I've been sleeping on it. I really have. I feel like I've always known how talented Billie is, but this is really amazing. The greatest, one might say. Track 6.
I'm trying my best.
Same. Billie's definitely a night owl. Same girl. Shit. It must be hard to be told how good you are all the time. It's building. Chills, head to toe. You could have been the greatest. I have chills. I need a moment. The way the song builds and then leaves you with you could have been the greatest. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, she really did that. Like, she really went there. I first thought it was about like her experience with fame, but then I kind of think it's about like a person in her life. I don't know. The vocals, everything. It's just so stunning. L'amour de ma vie. You're the love of my life. Oh, she was a bit bad. Oh my god. Who hurt her? I need to have a word with them. Track 7.
Best for the rest of your life. Felt sorry for you. I said
You were what?
were the love of my life.
Oh, but she lied. She lied. I like that this is silly. Bum bum bum. Everyone's lying. Everyone's lying. I was the love of your life, but you were not mine. I'm on the edge of my seat. What? What on earth? This is nuts. Drag him! Drag him! Over, honey. Over. Did she say her boobs are pretty? We're both so pretty. Your head out of the gutter, Andrea. I feel like on this album, every song has had some sort of element that I need to listen to again. Like, it makes me want to come back for more. You know what I'm saying? Like, that techno thing, I don't even know what you'd call that. What was that? I need to listen to it. And the elements like that are funky, that are different than the rest, that really, for me, makes me want to listen to the album so much more. If there's like a part in the song I'm like waiting for, and I just feel like every song on this album has done that. Let's move in to the diner. What's going down at the diner? Woo! In the diner? This sounds very Billie. Don't you agree? This one kind of lost me a little. I'm a little lost. She's saying numbers. I need to go on Twitter. What? What? I don't know. The diner kind of lost me. I was lost at the diner. I'm just gonna move on. Track 9, bittersweet, but it's spelt like not a sweet treat. That's intriguing to me. When I first read these, I was like, I think I'm gonna like that one. I'm just getting good vibes, so let's see. Some of the album does sound Troye Sivan-esque. You know what I mean? Like that does. I have thoughts on the album as a whole, now that we're towards the end. I dare go out on a limb and say I need to see this live. What a shift. Same song. A lot going on here. A lot to dissect, a lot to pick apart. I'm kind of like, what's going on? Is it gonna pick up again? Or it's slowing down? I'm a little lost. I'm a little lost. Oh, goes right into blue. Bittersweet. I don't know, it wasn't very sweet for me. I think I was like so hyped in the beginning of the album, I'm starting to like lose some steam. Bittersweet kind of brought in a lot of new elements to the album. It was very, had different like eras in the one song. I don't know how else to describe it. I'm gonna give that one another listen. Anyway, this is the last track. It's called Blue. Bird in a cage? Didn't she mention that on the first song? Ooh. They're really playing with that. No, don't slow it down. A lot of transitions. A little too many for me? I don't know. Is that Phineas? Is it Phineas or is it her voice distorted? It has to build again. This is it. This is the finale. Hit me hard and soft. I have to go back and listen. This seems very reflectant on Skinny. How do you conclude this, you know? With some strings, obviously. But when can I hear the next one? Stop. Stop. I love that all the lyrics are in caps. Blue I thought was so pretty. I feel like it referenced a lot of different themes throughout the album. Am I making that up? I'm obviously gonna re-listen, okay? Obviously. I have a couple notes. First note written down about the album as a whole is, damn, did she hit us hard and soft. When I heard the name of the album for the first time, I was very intrigued how Billie and Phineas were gonna take that. And I do feel like some of these songs, they like, boom, they hit you. And then they back off, and then they hit you, and then it back off. And I really liked that because I feel like it really did feel hard and soft. Like her words packed a punch, okay? There's also like these really like airy, soft, welcoming, fun moments on the album. So it kind of was like all that wrapped into one. And I think they did an amazing job. And it was a really clever title to sum up the album. I also just love the album artwork, like the door with the water, and now that I've heard the album, like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. I really felt like they went back to basics. I mentioned it a couple times in the video, but it was there was new pop elements which sounded good. There was like new things for my ear to hear, but also it was very familiar sounding because of the instruments I was hearing. That's a piano, that's a guitar. I feel like it was just raw and it was enjoyable. What's the word? Like palatable? Like it was easy to understand and digest. Something I always find fascinating about Billie is she has such a young audience. However, she's so critically acclaimed, and I feel like her music really is for all ages. I mean, I know some of it is like inappropriate and whatever. Like, she swears, whatever. But I feel like as a whole, actually none of these songs are explicit. Did I not listen to the explicit version? Oh my god, I'm gonna be pissed. There's no explicit songs on here? Yeah, so I guess it is for all ages. Is that true? Okay, there's not a single explicit track on this album. I really like that she just like brings the ages together, and I think like her music is relatable to so many different people in different ways and different periods of your life. I don't know, I just think when an artist is able to like capture audiences, that is really impressive to me. I will say something that really stood out to me while listening to this album is I never really, and shame on me, I never really viewed her as a lyricist. And this album had lines that literally like grabbed my brain. Like, were like, hello, are you hearing this? I'm a big lyric person, and it really kept me engaged throughout the album. That's why I kind of like zoned out during Bittersweet. I don't know, I just think I was so in it, and then I like needed to take a step back. But anyways, I'm excited to listen more. Also, the enunciation, I really could hear clearly what she was saying, which is something sometimes these pop divas have a hard time with, but I heard her loud and clear. So overall, this was a great experience for me. I walked into this not knowing anything. I did not know what to expect. I could have sat down and hated it, but I actually really like it and want to dive in more, so I'm very excited about that. I feel like it's a good summer album too, so I'm looking forward to listening to it throughout the summer. Please comment below your thoughts. I'm very curious to see if I'm just like in it now and I'm like, I love it, and if that will sustain. So please tell me your thoughts. Again, my name's Andrea. Be sure to subscribe down below. All my socials will be linked down there, and go stream. Hit me hard and soft. I liked that it was short and sweet too. Only 10 songs. It felt long enough to me. No hate, no shade. I think it's like the perfect amount. Like the songs, some of the songs were longer. Some of them were like 5 minutes long. So I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.